Good morning, student. I, Purnima, welcome you to my class, and today we are going to continue the same lesson, The Little Girl, by Catherine Mansfield. So I told you, children, Catherine Mansfield, she was born on October 14th, 1988, and she died in January 1923. She was from New Zealand, and she was a very famous modernist short story writer. She threw light on the problem of the society at that time. She was born and brought up in colonial New Zealand. She wrote under the pen name Catherine Mansfield. So, children, it was not her real name, it was her pen name Catherine Mansfield. No, children, at that time, children, the contemporary society was dominated by the male people. So, Catherine Mansfield, she had thrown light on the theme, which is showing that the ladies, females were full of fear. They were under the control of men power. They were longing for freedom, independence. They could not accept all these things, and they wanted to have a change in the society, compassion and change in the society they demanded. So, children, taken from her Something Childish and Other Stories collection. The story is narrated in the third person by unnamed narrator. From the beginning of the story, the reader realizes that Mansfield may be exploring the theme of control. Now, children, from the beginning, you can feel that how one person controlled the house, and who was that? That was the father of the little girl, Kezia. Um, Children, there is a sense that Kezia, her mother, and the servants in the house appear to be the responsibility of her father. Okay, they also show that the females at that time, they were completely dependent upon the father. He controls, and that was the reason he controls every individual in the house, and all the individual in the house were female, like mother, Kezia, grandmother, even the cook was a female person. It is possible that Mansfield is attempting to highlight to the reader the control that the male exert over the female children at that time in the society. She wanted to tell to us, the writer Catherine Mansfield, that at that time the society was dominated by the males, by the men. The attitude of her father is, however, proving to be very detrimental to Kezia's relationship with her father. She stammers, she could not even talk to him, and she had a lot of fear of him, which might suggest that rather than having a loving relationship or a close bond with the father and daughter, she lives in father. So this story also throw that instead of having a loving relationship between a father and daughter, or a close bond between a father and daughter, Kezia was not even able to speak in front of father. She used to live in a great fear from her father, unsure of how he might treat her. First of all, she don't know when he would not treat her nicely. This was, she any time she could get beating and scolding. Though the reader does not know KGS, it can be assumed from the title of the story that she is still very small girl. Now, children, the age of KGS is not there, but we can still assume that she was a very small girl. Her age is of importance because the little one is oblivious of the position of the female in society. One would expect her to live her life with an element of freedom due to the fact that she was a child. This was not the case. As her father arrives home, she has duties to fulfill. Not only that, children, she was under the control of her father. When her father used to return back to her house, children, lot of duties was allotted to Kezia, like taking out of her shoes, uh, and then newspaper, sometimes bringing out the slipper. So it shows the children that the freedom was not there with the girls or the ladies. Okay, and they were the children, they had to do whatever the order was given, they had to do that. Now, I told you a certain incident was there, like children. One incident was there when Kezia prepared pin cushion for her father, as grandmother suggested to her that his birthday is approaching and she should give some homemade gift to her father. Now Kezia was not knowing what to do. Then the grandmother suggested that she could make a pin cushion and give to her father on his birthday. The little girl, children, she took a yellow color satin silk cloth. She stitched that satin cloth on all the three sides and by working very hard with the double cotton on it. Now she wanted to stuff it with something. Now children, that pin cushion, we stuffed something inside that pin cushion and then stitch. So she roamed about every room, and children, when she went to her mother room, she saw some paper were there on the bed table. Okay, she took those paper, unaware of the fact that those were a very important paper of her father. She tore them off into small pieces and filled the pin cushion and stitched the fourth side. Now, children, when her father came home in the evening, okay, the situation became worse. He started searching the paper. Lot of hues and cries were there in the house, children, because that paper was not a ordinary paper. In fact, it was the speech prepared by her father for the port authority, and that speech had been lost. So children, all the rooms were searched. He called everybody. Servants were questioned. Father went to Kezia's room and he told the mother also to search for those papers. Now children, mother went to Kezia's room and she told Kezia if she had seen any paper. Kezia did not tell a lie. She told, yes, I have torn those paper because I have to fill those stuff in my pin cushion. Well, children, mother ran and told this thing to the father, who was very furious, and he was so angry that he was walking all over the room. Now father asked Kezia to come to the drawing room. He was very angry. Children, this shows that a father can cross any limit, okay, when he is angry. At that time he was pacing to and fro. Kezia was, when he saw his father was angry, she was very greatly frightened. He asked Kezia if she had done that. She whispered yes. Father asked mother to go to Kezia's room and fetch those torn papers. Meanwhile, he asked Kezia to hold out her hands. He beat her on her hands. He did so to teach her not to touch anything that did not belong to her. So she got a nice beating, children, that day, a very hard beating, children, on her hand. Okay, and children, uh, the girl, she trembled with her fear. Okay, the father came back with a ruler and beat the girl on her hand. The girl started crying when his father went. She got stuck to grandmother's soft body and says, what did God make father for? That day she had so much hatred with her father that she shared this feeling with her grandmother. She told that what made grandfather for. So he did so to teach her not to touch anything that did not belong to her. Now Kezia reaction here, children. Now children, Kezia, though she was bold, she tried to tell him that whatever she had done was only to celebrate his birthday. She wanted to give a gift from her own hand, but father did not listen. He beat it. He had beaten on her hand cruelly. Hours later, grandmother had come, wrapped Kezia in the shawl. As she was crying, she clung to her soft body. And children, she was being rocked in the rocking chair. She thought, what did God make fathers for? So this proved that she did not like her father at all. Children, Kezia's next morning, children, she saw through a hole in the neighborhood that children, McDonald's family who were there. they lived next door to Kezia's house. They had 5 children, and father played with those 5 children. Kezia thought that how nice is the father. He is playing with his children, and he is a very different sort of father. Well, children, time passed, and one day, children, what happened? Kezia's mother and grandmother. Kezia's mother was seriously ill. She had to be admitted in the hospital. One day, Kezia's mother fell ill. She had to be hospitalized. Kezia's grandmother was with her. Kezia was all alone with Alice. Alice was the cook, and she was very much busy with because all the domestic household responsibilities with her. Kezia asked Alice what would happen if she had a nightmare, if she will have a bad dream. Usually she used to have bad dreams. But Alice asked her to sleep and not to scream and not to wake up her poor father. Kezia's nightmare. But Kezia had a nightmare. She saw a butcher with a knife and a rope. He came near Kezia, but she could not move. She screamed and woke up father. Father came to her bed. He asked what was the matter. After hearing her, he took Kezia with him. So children, that day when Alice told her, Alice told Kezia not to shout because she will make her father, who is very tired from his work and she is sleeping, and she will make if she will shout, then he will wake up her poor father. But children, Kezia was very much scared, and the worst thing was her mother and grandmother both were there at the hospital. So, but unfortunately, children, Kezia did had a nightmare. She had a very bad dream. She saw a butcher with a knife and rope. So, what she saw in a dream, that a butcher was there. He was having a large knife with a rope in his hand, and he was coming near Kezia, and she could not move. So, this was a dream she often used to see. Children, she screamed and woke up. Now, children, when she screamed, her father also woke up. His father came to her bed. He asked what was the matter, and Kezia told about her children nightmare, her bad dream. After hearing that, he took Kezia with him. So, children, when he heard all that thing, he took Kezia with him. And for the first time, children, she did not feel scared from her father. In fact, she felt that her father is also a caring person. Otherwise, he would not have taken to his own bed, okay, from her room. So Kezia's father lay down beside her. Now, children, he also lay beside her because she felt that the child will, if left alone, she will also have a fear. Kezia crept close to him. Now, children, Kezia was really scared, and she crept close to him. He asked Kezia to rub her feet against her legs to get them warm. Now, children, it was very much cold. Her feet and legs were cold. So the father again told that she could rub her feet against his leg to get them warm. Kezia felt a funny thing. She thought that her father was harder than grandmother. Now, children, Kezia, for the first time, he felt the body of his father. It was a hard body, and she knew that it was hard because he worked harder every day for them only. He was earning for them only, and he used to get too tired that he cannot become and play with her because he cannot become like Mr. McDonald. And children, then she realized that why the father beat her, because she had torn her speech. She had torn, children, the speech which he had written, and which he had written. And children, at that time no internet was there, so person had to prepare the speech with his own hand. So children, and she was the one who had torn that speech. So children, she felt bad that why she had done so. If any children person will be there, he will get angry. And she felt sorry because she was the one who had torn up his writing, who had torn up his speech. Now she stirred. Father asked what was the matter. Kezia told him that her head was on his heart. She told him that he had a big heart which was beating. So children, it was Kezia who realized that his children. She told her father that it was a large heart, and for the first time she felt that even that heart know how to beat. So children, this is all the main point of the story. And now I'm going to, children, read the lesson for you. I will be explaining the lesson. Okay. So children, I'm going to do the explanation. I'm going to do the explanation of the story of the little girl. So children, please open your book. It is chapter number 3 of the book Beehive, the little girl, and we are here at page number 32. So I'm going to start and we will be doing the explanation. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared. Now children, what is the meaning of a figure to be feared? A person to be scared, a person to be fear. Every morning, children, he was a figure. Now he represent here to Kezia's father. And who is the little girl here? She is Kezia. Okay, so this shows, children, that girl was not very elderly or old. She was a very small girl. She was a very little girl, and he was a figure to be feared. And children, he represent to her father, and he was the person to whom she used to get scared and avoided. And children, she used to avoid her father. Avoid means she hardly wanted to go and talk to her father, wanted to pass her time with her father. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss. Now, children, giving kiss is just like greeting in the Western country. When the people meet, children, they kiss each other. It is just to give a respect and greeting to each other. Okay, so when he used to leave, instead of saying bye to Kezia, he used to come to his room and he used to give her a casual kiss, to which she responded with goodbye, father. And Kezia, she could responded means she could react. She could only, children, say goodbye, father. Nothing else she could share like other children. They used to say, they used to share a lot of things with their father when they used to leave the home, to bring that thing, to bring that sweet, to bring the balloons or the toys. But Kezia could say nothing. Okay, and she could only say goodbye, father. And oh, there was a glad sense of relief when she heard the noise of the carriage growing fainter and fainter. So his father used to leave for his work in a carriage. And what is a carriage? It was a type of a vehicle. Okay, and she used to felt relief. Here, children, relief means freedom. Here, relief means free or freedom. So now children, Kezia was happy and she used to feel freedom. When she heard the noise of the carriage growing fainter and fainter down the long road. In the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. Now, children, so in the morning, she used to feel very much relief when he used to go for his office. And children, in the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase, okay, and heard his loud voice in the hall. Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Now, children, when in the evening, when he used to come, she could only hear some loud voice of her father, which she never used to like. Children, daily she used to hear those voice like, bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Mother, go and see if my papers is out there and bring me my slipper. And mother used to see, go inside, see if the paper is there outside, then go and bring. Or children, sometime he used to ask for his slipper also. So in the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Mother, go and see if my paper out there and bring me my slipper. Kezia's mother would call for her. If you are a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boot. Now, children, Kezia, her mother, she used to call her and she used to say, Kezia, if you are a good girl, please come to the drawing room and take off your father shoes or boots. So, in this way, Kezia, she was called to the drawing room to take off her father's shoes. Slowly, the girl would slip down the stair, more slowly, still across the hall, and push open the drawing room door. And children, poor Kezia, she used to feel so scared from her father that she used to come very slowly to the drawing room, quietly. Okay. By that time, he had his spectacles on and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. And children, terrifying means frightening. Terrifying means frightening. And children, when she used to come to take off his shoes, he used to put his specs and he used to look at her in such a way that she used to get terrified. She was so much terrified. She was so much terrified. Terrifying means frightening. Terrifying means frightening. Tutor. Kezia mother would call to her, if you are a good girl, how can you come down and take off father's boot? Slowly the girl would slip down the stairs, and that means children, in a very slowly way, when the mother used to call to take out her father's shoes, so she used to come in a very slowly way to take out her father's shoes. More slowly, it still across the hall, and children, when she entered from the staircase, when she used to enter the room, she used to come more slowly in the hall and push open the drawing room door. And children, by that time, his father used to put his spectacles on and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. Well, Kezia, hurry up and pull off these boots and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today? I don't know, father. Now, children, Kezia, he used to tell Kezia, hurry up and pull off these boots and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today? And now he used to ask, has she been a good girl that day? I don't know, father. And children, she used to feel so scared that she used to stammer, she used to hesitate in telling. She told, I don't know, father. You don't know? If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Now, stutter is stammer. Okay, so he's telling him, you don't know about yourself, and if you will stutter, your mother has to take you to the doctor. She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the word properly. Now, children, why she used to stammer in front of her father? Even Kezia was not aware of that. She only knew this thing, that she never used to stammer with other people, in front of other people. It was only when she went in front of her father, she used to feel so scared that her voice could never come properly from her mouth. What is the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Now his father used to, then she used to thinking, then his father used to ask that, what is the matter, Kezia? Why are you looking so wretched about? Okay, wretched means unhappy. So his father used to tell that, why are you looking so unhappy, Kezia? Well, she could not say anything. I wish, what are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught this child. She used to, what is the matter? Why are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. On the brink of suicide means about to commit suicide. So now, children, he told that she looked so unhappy as if she would go and cause suicide. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Now, children, at that time, after all this thing, when he was talking, he was finishing his tea also, and he used to pass his tea cups to Kezia and told to put them on the table carefully. He was so big, his hands and his neck. Now, children, his father Definitely he was a very hale and hearty person, not a hale and hearty, but he was a healthy person with a nice height. So whenever he used to see Kezia, he told her Kezia, when she saw him, she used to feel that he is a very big person, that means very tall and healthy person. His hands and his neck were also big, especially his mouth when he yawned. And children, when he used to yawn, okay, when he used to yawn, she used to feel that his children, his mouth looked too big. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. So when she used to think about him, she used to feel as if he is a giant. Now we are here at paragraph 4, page number 33. On Sunday afternoon, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. Now children, grandmother knew that Kezia is maintaining a distance from her father as she is scared from him, and she wanted that she should be closer to her father like the other child. She wanted to remove the fear of Kezia from her mind about her father. So it was a Sunday afternoon, and grandmother, she sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. So children, she told that today is Sunday, you can go downstairs where your father is there and you can talk to him. But the little girl always found mother reading and father is stretched out on the sofa. Children, you can see in the picture also that when she used to go to have a talk, what she used to see generally, children, the same scene was there again and again. She used to say that her father was lying on the sofa and mother was reading the newspaper. So she was helpless. Nobody paid attention to her. So what she used to see when she used to go there on Sunday, she used to find that her mother is reading the newspaper and her father is stressed. He is lying on the sofa sleeping, his handkerchief on his face, and children, he used to cover his face with the handkerchief. His feet on one of the best cushion, and children, the best cushion was there which was kept on the sofa set. He used to feed one of his feet on the cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. So children, what he was doing, he used to sleep soundly and he used to snore. She sat on a stool, gravely watched him until he woke and stretched and asked the time, then looked at her. Now children, she used to sat on a stool. Now here Kezia, she wanted to have a talk with her father, so she used to sit on a stool, gravely watched him until he woke and stretched. Now she used to wait and wait for her father, and she used to feel that when he will wake up, she would talk to him. Now children, when she used to sit and wait for hours to wait that her father should wake up, and then they both will talk. Okay. And when he used to wake up, he used to stretch and ask the time, then looked at her. Now children, sometime he used to wake up and used to ask the time. And when Kezia was looking at him fondly, what he used to say, don't stare so, Kezia, you look like a little brown owl. So children, what he used to say, that don't just see me like that, Kezia. If you will stare me, if you will watch intently, you look like a little brown owl to me. So don't you look like that to me. So children, I don't think a father should talk to his daughter like that. So it was intentionally, he never used to talk, but children, he was children a bit what to say, harsh. His nature was a bit harsh. Intentionally it was not, it actually his intention to hurt Kezia, but it was his way of speaking. And poor Kezia, she used to get hurt. Okay, all this, she used to get hurt. One day when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him a pink cushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. So children, One day, children, her grandmother told her that her father' birthday is approaching and she should give him some gift. Now, Kezia was not knowing what to do, so she had a talk with her grandmother, and her grandmother suggested that she should make him a pin cushion that would be useful for him. And children, she mm, decided to make the pin cushion with a beautiful piece of yellow silk. Now children, here I end my video here, and the next part I will be explaining in my other video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. Goodbye.